Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Vietnam Stock Market Opportunities. I'm so happy to be with you today. And if you want to open a legal trading account, please contact us with the email Vietnamstockmarket.entry@gmail.com, Telegram Vietnamstockmarket.entry, with the phone number is +8491 432 6556. Or you can also scan the two QR codes on the screen so that we can support you. And the other way to contact with us is please follow and subscribe the channel name Areca Capital Channel. The owner of this YouTube channel is Areca Nguyen. She is a personal financial advisor and Viet Capital Securities Stockbroker Manager. You can contact her with the email hongdongyuan@vcsc.com.vn, where the phone number is +8491 432 6556. And we always welcome you to our office on the 11th floor, 109 Trung Đạo Street, Hoàng Kim District, Hanoi, Vietnam. And the purpose of this video is to update you about VIC. VIC is the largest private conglomerate in Vietnam with a wide range of operations, including residential real estate development, retail real estate leasing, hospitality development and operation, and automobile manufacturing. And this is the report which was collected by Viet Capital Securities on the 31st October 2022, with the current price of VIC is 55,400 Vietnam dong. Target price 112,000 Vietnam dong. Upside to target price plus 102.2%. Dividend yield 0%. TSR plus 102.2%. Rating by for business recovery. VF8 delivery starts in Q3. VIC announced Q3 2022 net profit after tax MI of 9 months of 947 billion Vietnam dong, $39 million, compares to Q3 2021 net loss of 377 billion Vietnam dong, $15 million, mainly thanks to, firstly, the on-track delivery and recondition of Vinhomes Ocean Park 2 Empire. Secondly, improvement of the leasing and hospitality segments. And thirdly, recognition of bulk sales transactions at the Empire and Vinhomes Ocean Park 3. The crown resulting in financial income with a total pre-tax gain of 8.9 trillion Vietnam dong, $364 billion, which more than offsets a year-on-year surge in EBIT losses for the industrial segments. For 9 months 2022, VIC's underlying EBIT, including property BCC and bulk sales, recognized as financial income as a loss of 2.5 trillion Vietnam dong, $100 million, compares to 9 months 2021's underlying EBIT of 8.5 trillion Vietnam dong, $345 million, which was mainly due to 1. The revenue recognition from the property sales segment only starting to accelerate in September with the Empire's scheduled handovers, and 2. The recognition of the accelerated depreciation of assets related to the adding of internal combustion engine vehicle production amounting 4.2 trillion Vietnam dong, $171 million in 9 months 2022, which were partly offset by three, the improved operational performance of the leasing and hospitality segments, and four, year-over-year higher divestments gains in 9 months 2022. As of NQ3 2022, VIC's total debt was 182.5 trillion Vietnam, 7.4 trillion billion US dollar, 36.9% of which was US dollar denominated debt. The foreign exchange loss in 9 months 2022 was 3.2 trillion Vietnam dong, 130 million US dollar, accounting for 36.5% of 9 months 2022 PBT. According to management, there is a limited amount of US dollar denominated debt maturing in next 12 months. Although VIC's 9 months 2022 net profit after tax amount of 6.8 trillion Vietnam dong, 277 million US dollar, plus 113% year-over-year, fulfill 69% of our 2022 forward net profits after tax amount of 9.9 trillion dong, 404 million US dollar. We foresee downside rate to our 2022 forward net profits after tax MI forecast as the foreign exchange loss in industrial segments, EBIT loss in 9 months 2022 were higher than our expectation. Property sales and leasing segments, accounting for 43% and 10% of VIC's 9 months 2022 revenue respectively. Please find details in our October 27 VHM earnings flash and VRE earnings flash. Hospitality segments, accounting for 10% of VIC's 9 months 2022 revenue. This segment continued its recovery momentum with 717,000 total room nights sold in 9 months 2022, plus 29% year-over-year, which was supported by key tourism destinations Phú Quốc, Da Nang, and Quảng Nam. Segments reported 9 months 2022 revenue increased 133% year-over-year to 5.9 trillion Vietnam dong, 240 million US dollar, while its EBIT loss was 4 trillion Vietnam dong, 162 million US dollar, compared to 9 months 2021's EBIT loss of 7.2 trillion Vietnam dong, 295 million US dollar. In Q3 2022, Vinco completed handing over 15 Vinco facilities to Media Hotels for management services while continuing ownership. Industrial segments, accounting for 60% of VIC's 9 months 2022 revenue. The industrial segment's 9 months 2022 revenue was 9.7 trillion Vietnam dong, 398 million US dollar, minus 24% year-over-year, which with an EBIT loss of 24.3 trillion Vietnam dong, 990 million US dollar, compares to an EBIT loss of 15.1 trillion Vietnam dong, 336 million US dollar in 9 months 2021. The EBIT loss in 9 months 2022 was partly due to the recognition of the accelerated depreciation of assets related to the ending of ICE vehicle production amounting 4.2 trillion Vietnam dong, 171 million US dollar in the period. In 9 months 2022, 19,000 total cars were delivered, of which 88% were ICE cars and 12% were EV models, including VFE34 and VF8. In September, VinFast delivered the first batch of VF8 models to customers in Vietnam. The company expects to deliver the first batches of VF8 models to the US and Europe in December 2022 and 2023, respectively. But in Q3 2022, the new EV models have been well received in both domestic and global markets with 60,000 pre-orders for VF8 and VF9 models, 30% of which are from international markets. Since the beginning of 2022, BIC has raised 760 million US dollar from international capital markets to fund VinFast, including a total of 625 million US dollar convertible bonds issued in H1 2022 with a 5 years maturity and option to exchange to VinFast shares owned by VIC, and 135 million US dollar climate financing package with a 7-year tenor from the Asian Development Bank and several development financial institutions in October 2022 for manufacturing Vietnam's first fully electric public transport bus fleet and first national EV charging network. Management has not yet disclosed the capital raising plans for Q4 2022 and 2023. Management stated that future CapEx will mainly fund VinFast expansion to international markets, including global showroom expansion, a production plants in the US, and the production of new model lines. Currently, VinFast has completed most of the EV infrastructure in Vietnam, including the VinES battery production plant, 300 million US dollar investment expected to start operation in Q4 2022, and charging stations nationwide. CapEx required in 2023-2024 for the industrial segments can be adjusted flexibly due to market conditions, as VinFast has completed CapEx for production, and it can ramp up production by adding more work shifts instead of investing more in CapEx per management. And that's all what I want to share with you today about BIC. Hope this video and some information will be useful for you. And thank you for listening. See you next time.